So, hello guys, welcome back to our project Library Management System. So, in the previous video, we created the books available button. Okay, we did the code for this books available button. You can see it over here. We did the all the designing and coding of the of this button. And now in this video, we will be writing the code for add books. Okay, so let me show you. In the dashboard, we have this add books button, and today we are going to code for this add books. Okay, so let's start it. Okay, first of all, you will have to create this string GUI forms. Okay, here JFrame and give the name as add books. Okay, and finish it. And so I've already done that to save our time. So let's go on to that. So add books. Okay, the design the design is here. So as you can see in our books table, we had like five columns. Okay, book ID, category, name, author, and copy. So we have to give these five inputs. Okay, in order to add any book. So now we will see that how we will do that. First of all, the designing part. So books ID. This is just a label. Books ID, category, name, author, copies, and all. And in front of them, the text fields are there. Okay. So T1, T2, T3, T4, and T5, and the button add and the button to cancel. Okay, and I've just kept it the whole design simple. You can make it like differently as you wish. Okay, you can make it more attractive by adding colors and different stuffs to it. So we just focusing on how it is built. So I'm keeping it simple. And now let's see the code for add button. So first of all, you will have to import these two packages, java.sql and javax.string. Okay, in order to use any of the stuffs for to connect to our database, you will have to import those packages. So now we will see the whole code. Okay, so in the starting, first of all, as usual, we have to build a connection. Okay, we have to do the connection. So in order to do those connections with database, we have to follow these steps. This URL to your the database in your MySQL. You have to give the URL for that. The root, the account that you use in your database. So mine is root, and your password. Okay, and see, I've taken the query in a string variable query. The query is insert into books values, and as you can see, like in MySQL, we use in order to insert any value, we use this query insert into a table name and values, and in the parentheses we pass all the values that need to be stored in those columns. So we have five columns. Okay, and we can't hardcode the values. Okay, we have to put into the values that are provided by the user. Okay, that is the admin. So we can't give directly the values over here. So we have kept it as question mark, which is the syntax of this of this format. So the syntax is this, that we have to give question marks, okay, instead of the values. So since there are five columns, so we have given five question marks over here, and this is in the form of a string. So this is our first query. Okay, and in this ID, we have been taken the let me show you this Stephen, value of the Stephen. Okay, text field book ID will be stored into this ID. Then similarly, the category will be stored into the category, name in name, and the author in author. And see, the copies is the type of is int. Okay, the data type is int because the number of copies uh, in our like database we kept as integer, if you remember that. Okay, so we took the data type of this copies column as int, and the rest of them were varchar. So for them we are using string, and for copies we are using integer. Okay, so string for these four, columns, and for the copies we have taken as int, and that's where we have like converted the string value into integer by parsing it to integer dot parseInt t5 dot get text. Okay, see, one more query is here. Okay, I've given one more query as string check query, and the query is update books. This is the table name. So update books, set copies is equals to copies plus this copy is the like variable. Okay, this is let me show you properly. This copies. Okay, this copies is being used over here where name is equals to name that is given by the user, see this name, and category is equals to the category given by the user, and the author again as given by the user. Okay, so why I'm doing this? Okay, the question here is like why I'm using this query. Okay, so suppose the admin adds a book. Okay, he gives the all the values of the book like the book ID and what else was there? Let me see. So category, name, author, and copies. Okay, so suppose that the category of a book, category, name, and author is same to as a previously stored book. Like suppose I have, let me show you. See, I have this first book, data structure and algorithm. Category is data structure and algorithm. Name is algorithm made easy. This is the name of the book, and the author is Nashima Karumanchi. So suppose if the admin adds one more book whose category is same as data structure algorithm. Name is also same to algorithm made easy, and author is also same, Nashima Karuvanshi. Okay, so that means the book is same. Okay, it is not a different book. It is the same book. He would have like forgotten that this book is already available in the library. So he might have given a new book ID to that book and the new number of copies. Like suppose if he would bring 10 more copies of this book, okay, and he forgets that he already have 12 in the library, and he adds that. So it's not that another time it should be like written over here in the 11th place that data structure algorithm made easy. So it should not happen. Okay. Instead, the number of copies should increase. If suppose the admin has added 10, like 10 of the 10 copies of this book, okay. So the number of copies should increase, like from 12 to it should go to 22. 12 plus 10, 22. Okay. So this is the smart work that should be like implemented over here instead of adding this whole thing again. Okay, so for that reason, I've been using that query. So let's see that. So for that, I have used this query. Like and see, these three things need to be same. Okay, even like uh, like even one of them is not same, then the book is different. Okay, if the category is different, or the name of the book is different, or the author is different. Okay, some other author is there. So then it is a new book, and then we will have to like add it. Okay, add it to the table. Okay, with a new book ID and new number of copies. So we will have to check for that once. Okay, so that's why we are using this query. So in the try block, first of all, we will create the connection. So connection con is equals to driver manager dot get connection URL user and password. Okay, then we have created one statement as html con dot create statement. This is used to create the statement. Okay, and here int rows is equals to stmnt this variable dot execute update. and we have passed the check query. That means this query. So what does it do? This method is used when like we have to update any table. Okay, update any values in the table, anything related like updation related to updation part. Okay, then we use this method and we pass the query over here. And what does it returns? So it returns the number of rows, okay, the number of rows that has been altered, okay. So we have to like store that into a integer type of variable, okay. So we are storing this thing in this rows, okay, like how many number of rows was affected due to this query, okay. So if suppose the admin adds like book which is not present in that table, okay, which is not present in that table according to this query, that is if any of these three things are different, then it is not the same book, it is a new book, and in that case no updation will take place, and hence the number of rows affected will be zero, okay. So in that case, if the rows is number of rows is zero, then that means it is a new book. Okay, so we will go to the else part. Otherwise, if it is like more than zero, greater than zero, that means it was already present, and so we just need to increase the number of copies. Okay, so what we will do? What we will do? We will just show the message that one record has been added successfully, because see what happens, this update books set copies equal to copies plus copies. If the book is same, then here after updating, like after executing the statement, the table has been altered, okay, that row has been already altered if it is true, okay, if that if like if the entered book by the admin is similar to a book already present in the table, then this statement will be executed. That means the number of copies of that book will be increased by the number of copies, by the number of new copies given by the admin. Okay, and it will then return the number of rows that was affected. So it will return one row that has been updated. So by using this if statement, we get to know that yeah, one row has been affected, has been altered, and this book was already present in it. So we just show the message that yeah, one record added successfully. Okay, one record or one book, we can say that one book or one record has been uh, added successfully. Okay, and if suppose it is not present in the table from like previously, then we will have to add it to the library. So in order to add a library, we use this query. Okay, we use this query, insert into books values, and the values are given here. So instead of these question marks, we will have to like give the the values. Okay, so how do we give that? So first of all, we use this prepared statement. Okay, this is the variable name is equals to con is this driver. So con dot prepare call, this is a method, and query. Okay, so it prepares the query, and we will use this method like stm dot set string. Set string because the column was of type varchar, so we are using the string, and here in this bracket we will be providing the values. So here this one means the the uh, columns number. Okay, this represents the first column. This represents the second column, third column, this fourth column, and this is the fifth column. Okay, so we need to write this properly. So first column is ID, as you can see here. Book ID is the first column. So first column, in the first column we we are giving the ID. ID is this. See, ID is the book ID given by the admin. Okay, so ID in the category thing, we again like category was the second column, so we are giving two over here, and the category provided by the author. I mean, sorry, admin, and in the third column it was name, so name is being given over here. The fourth column was author's column, so the author's value is given here, and the fifth column was copies. Okay, and that fifth column was of type integer. So instead of set string, we will use here set int. Okay, whatever the data type will be, we will use that data type over here. So spm dot set int and the like column column number column number is 5 and copy. And after adding these things, we will just give this stm dot execute. This will execute the query and insert all these values. And then j option pane dot show message dialog that one record added successfully. And after performing these things, we are just like clearing the text fields. Okay, it is like it looks good when your process has been completed. Then it should be like cleared. Okay, so we are doing that. We are setting it as null. Okay, T1, T2, T3, T4, and T5 as null. And the try block is completed. So the catch block in the catch block, we are giving this message the option pane dot show message dialog that this and e will get an automatically like an automated message by the system to the user. Okay, and uh, for this cancel button, we have used this dot dispose method. Okay, and one more thing that after suppose let me show you. Suppose this window is open in, after clicking to the add books, you go to this window. Okay, and after doing this addition or canceling it, after canceling this window, the program should not terminate. Okay, it should go back to the dashboard. So in order to do that, we'll have to add this. Okay, see here in this public add books, we need to add this method over here at set default close operation add books. This is the name of this. So for that, this is the add books is the like name of this class. Okay, so add books dot dispose on close. We need to add this. Okay, and now let's see the demonstration. So once I click this, the username I've given as Satish at the rate 123 and the password is 12345. Okay, I'll log in. So after logging in, this is see first of all, let's check the books available. So fetch so see 10 books are present. Okay, so let's take a new book. Okay, I'll be adding a new book over here. So add books, book ID I'll give as B011, category novel, and name is like Merchant of Venice, author is Shakespeare, and number of copies suppose 5. Okay, I'll add this. One record added successfully. Okay, and see after this the text field got cleared automatically. Okay, so now I'll cancel it. So see, after canceling it, we are moving back to the dashboard. Okay. So now let's see what happened in the books available. So see, here 11th row has been added. The book ID is B011 and category novel. Name is Merchant of Venice. Authors Shakespeare and copies 5. Okay, so since this book was not available, okay, since this record was not available in the library. So this has been added over here. And suppose that if it was like present in it from before, then the number of copies would have increased. For example, I will show you over here this one. Okay. The category is science, name is Cosmos, and author is Sagan. Okay. Book ID is B009. So it need not to be same. Okay. Book ID need not to be the same. Only these three like details need to be the same. Okay. So I'll do that. Okay. Science, Cosmos, and Carl Sagan. Okay. So add books. Book ID, let's suppose I'll take B012. Category was science. Science. Name was Cosmos. And author was Carl Sagan. Okay. And let's suppose I added two more copies to it. Okay. So add one record added successfully. Okay, so cancel it. And we had like previously we had five copies of it. So it should now become seven copies. Okay, so let's see whether it happens or not. The books available. I'll fetch it, and as you can see, it has gone to 22. How many were there from before? Just a minute. Copies plus copies. No, you said. Okay, let me try it once again. Add books, book ID. Suppose this category is science, name was Cosmos, author was Carl Sagan, and copies, suppose 10. Okay, I'll add it to it, cancel, books available. Okay, yeah, it's working. I guess. I saw. Yeah, it was. It was. I don't know. It was 20, I guess. Okay, the copies was 20. I don't remember. So okay, yeah, it's working. So after 22, it got to 32. No, yeah. Just a minute. 32. It was D0 D0 23. Categories science. Name Cosmos. Author is Carl Sagan. And copies suppose 1. So 32 plus 1, 33 it should be. Okay, should be 33. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. 33. Okay, so yeah, so this was the demonstration. So now in the next video, we will be like doing okay. So third number is staff details. So we will be working on the staff details, just like the books available thing. We will go to staff details. Okay. Uh, it will fetch the all the details of the staff. So okay, so we will meet in the next video now. Thank you.